I am Margaret Thatcher, standing now in front of the imposing British Parliament building. The cold, damp air of London seeps through my suit. The grandeur of this place, once so familiar, now seems a bit distant and cold. Through the large glass windows, I see the seats in the House of Commons, and memories of my time here flood back. It was here that I fought for my beliefs, made decisions that would shape the nation's destiny, and left an indelible mark on British history. I was Margaret Thatcher, the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. My time in office was a period of great change and upheaval. I was a firm believer in monetarism, an economic theory that emphasizes the control of the money supply to combat inflation. In the 1980s, the UK was facing high inflation and a stagnant economy. The traditional Keynesian economic policy seemed to have lost their effectiveness. I knew that bold action was needed. I implemented a series of policies known as Thatcherism. These policies included privatization, which involved selling off state-owned industries such as British Telecom and British Gas. Privatization was aimed at increasing efficiency, promoting competition, and reducing the role of the state in the economy. It was a controversial move at the time, as many feared the loss of public control, but I believe that the private sector could manage these industries more effectively and drive economic growth. Another key aspect of my policies was the fight against the power of the trade unions. The trade unions had held significant sway in the UK for decades, and their strikes often brought the country to a standstill. I introduced legislation to limit their power, such as restricting the closed shop system and requiring secret knowledge before strikes. This was a battle of wills, and it was not easy. But I was determined to restore order and economic stability. I also played a crucial role in international relations. The Falklands War in 1982 was a defining moment. When Argentina invaded the Falkland Islands, a British overseas territory, I had no hesitation in taking military action. It was a matter of national sovereignty and the principle of self-determination. The successful recapture of the islands not only restored British pride but also enhanced my standing both at home and abroad. Now, looking back at all these events from this vantage point, I feel a mix of emotions. On one hand, I am proud of what I achieved. My policies helped to transform the UK economy, making it more competitive and dynamic. The principles of Thatcherism influenced economic policies around the world. On the other hand, I know that my actions were not without controversy. There were many who opposed my policies, and the divide between the rich and the poor widened during my tenure. As I stand here, the building seems to echo with the voices of the past. The decisions I made, the battles I fought, they are all part of history now. The once bustling corridors are now a bit quieter. The political landscape has changed, but the impact of my time in office remains. My spirit is a bit heavy as I think about it all. I turn and start to walk away from the Parliament building. The legacy of Margaret Thatcher, with all its achievements and controversies, will continue to be debated and analyzed. It is a chapter in British history that will never be forgotten, a testament to a time of change and the power of a leader's vision